What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. TammyTalks here. So I said I wasn't going to do Power, but I'm going to do Power, all right? Power Season 3, Episode 10, Divided We Stand. What a great episode. This was a really, really, really good episode. It was a really solid finale. We got some closure from some storylines. I think we opened up some new storylines. But the most important part about this is, you know how we keep saying that Power Book 2 Ghost is just mirroring, um, Power, the original Power. We just saw Brayden and Tariq become Tommy and Ghost. Lauren is going to be his Angie, and not sure who Tariq's Tasha will be, but I feel like it might be Effie. I feel like Effie might come back over to Tariq's side, or it still could be Diana. But let's talk about how we got to that point, y'all. All right, so it starts off with Tariq. He's pissed. He don't woke up. Don't know where his mama's at. Don't know where his mama is. In the hospital, we find out that somebody knocked him over the head. We don't know where Tasha is. She's missing, according to Tamika. So Brayden is there to see him, and he gets Brayden's gun. He goes and rolls up on Tommy's mama. I said, not Kate. Y'all don't went and got Kate. So Kate opens the door. Hey, Tariq. She's excited. But he comes in. He's waving the gun. Where's Tommy at? Where's my mom? And Tommy's mama was like, look, I raised your daddy. I know my son is crazy. I know your mama. I know your parents. I got pictures of you back in diapers. Relax. Nobody is going to hurt you in this house. Relax. And you can see Tariq. He's going through, and even though he wants to be big bad, this is still a little boy that's like, damn, I fucked up. Where's my mom? You know what I mean? So he's talking to Tommy's mother, and he's telling her basically, look, I don't know where my mom is, but I guarantee you, Tommy comes up. If, Tommy comes and he comes at me, he did something to my mom, it's over, OVA. And Kate is basically on some, you know how crazy your uncle is. You know how he gets down. Be easy. Everything is going to work out the way that it should. Everybody just needs to relax. Everybody just needs to relax. So we see Monet goes to see Noma. Monet's kids are mad at her. She ain't got nobody on her side. She done killed everybody else. And she's basically telling Noma, them kids got everything messed up. I'm here. I'm here. I'm going to fix things. Let's get to the root of it. Noma was like, before we get through all that, what is this ring? What is this ring? How did you get it? How did y'all get possession of my ring? And Monet is like, I don't want the ring. Monet is basically on some, I didn't love Mecca, didn't love Dante. But my thing is my son, my son is gone. Noma, looks a little like she cares. Noma looks like she cares. She looks a little empathetic about it. So they basically have a little mother to mother, queen pin to queen pin situation. Next thing we know, Monet is now in charge. Monet calls everybody to get together. So it's Brayden, Tariq, Drew, they're all there. And then Obi, Noma's person. Oh, before that, Noma done sliced this man on the face because Monet was like, yeah, I know that, Wall Street is dried up. The corner board's not doing anything. So you're not getting your money. Noma feels betrayed at the fact that Obi didn't tell her. So as a reminder that he is going to stay loyal, she slashed his face. I said, ugh. I thought she cut his nose off because she did it so swiftly. Just could tell I'm not a killer. She just, I said, y'all do stuff, and like the fact that nobody blinks or cringes or anything when they seeing people's body parts get cut off is still mind-blowing to me. So when Monet is meeting up with everybody, she tells everybody that I'm in charge now. Drew, who is overly emotional, no, fuck that. No, you're going to do what Monet says, Drew. You're going to do what Monet says, or, Noma's going to kill you. So there's really one of two options. So everybody is like, cool. They all disperse. Monet pulls Tariq to the side, pulls a gun out on him on some, why did you tell my kids that Lorenzo killed Zeke and that I killed Lorenzo? Tariq is like, I didn't, which is true. Diana was snooping and Diana found that in Tariq's room. So Tariq is really on some, where's my mom? Why did you, do that to my mom? Monet ain't thinking about him. She tells him, fuck off, little boy. She goes and walks back to her car. Tariq pulls out a gun and is getting ready to shoot her from behind, I guess, which wouldn't have made sense, which would have been a terrible idea. While he's getting ready to do that, Obi comes out and it's like, look, don't. That is a terrible, terrible idea. But Obi lets Tariq know, look, I had your back. I did what I could, but going against Monet, it's like going against Noma. It's a bad fucking idea right now. So Tariq is mad. He's still about to follow Monet. As he starts to follow Monet, Tommy cuts him off and it's like, don't do nothing stupid. Follow me. So he goes with Tommy. They pull off to the side. Tariq immediately pulls a gun out on Tommy. Tommy is not even thinking about that. Tommy is like, you took a gun to my mother's house? Like, are you fucking crazy? That's going too far. So Tariq is telling Tommy, where is Tasha? Tommy is like, look, when we were in there and that cop came in, we saw Tommy turn and shoot the FBI agent, shoot the agent. Tasha hit him over the back of the head. When he falls down, Tasha's like, look, I just saved your life, Tommy, because Tariq was getting ready to shoot you. So I done saved your life again. So they're like, well, damn it. Tommy's like, well, roll him over to the side. Because you can tell deep down, Tommy still loves Tasha and Tariq as his family. He still does. I still think, I'm a huge proponent, a huge believer that Ghost is still alive. I think he is. And I think that Tommy knows that Ghost is still alive and Tommy's just acting as if Ghost is dead. But Tommy knows a bunch of shit. So they start talking and it comes down to, well, you killed Keisha. And Tasha's like, I didn't want to kill my best friend. And I kind of feel like, Tommy, at some point, you have to know and understand and realize that Tasha only took Keisha out because she had to. She wasn't just going to kill Keisha just for the hell of it. You know what I mean? So they have a come to Jesus moment where Tommy is like, I miss y'all. I got a brother, like a brother, a half brother. I got a nephew. I have a fucking family. I have a family now. He don't give a damn about his mama. But Tasha is like, look, we are still your family. They have a kumbaya moment. They call a truce. They hear sirens and stuff coming and they both go their separate ways. So he's like, I legit don't know where Tasha is. She ran. So Tariq is like, if you want to have my back, help me with this. And Tommy said, this is not my fight. This is not my war. I really wish that Tommy would have been like, cool, but I get it because Tommy has his own show. But Tommy was like, this is not my war and you were not equipped for this. You can't run this kingpin, this drug operation, and you sitting in the classroom. You're not built for this. You can't do it. So he's telling him that's what got your daddy tripped up, trying to go legit while still trying to be in this drug game. You got to pick one side. You can't straddle the fence. That's why I said, Ghost is alive, don't you? Ghost is alive. I don't care what nobody says. Ghost is alive. So we then get a scene with the Tejada kids. Monet is topic of discussion as usual. So Drew and Diana are whining about she killed Poppy. Kane is like, look, y'all, we are drug dealers. This is what we do. This is our family. Diana, you are not a sorority girl. You are not going to be stepping and doing all that shit up at college. Drew, you are not an NBA housewife. I said, well, you got to be a housewife. But it's true, though. Like, we are drug dealers. This is what we do. So they're like, oh, so that's because you're a mama's boy. You're going to run behind Monet. And it's like, y'all, the two of y'all really don't understand what y'all are either. Yeah, Monet is fucked up. Absolute. Worst mother of the year. Definitely. But I feel like Diana is also forgetting your father, Lorenzo, brought them drugs up to you at school twice, and made you sell them. That is nobody's fault but Lorenzo's. So the fact that she's still, I get it, you're mad at Monet for killing your father, sure. Be mad. But let's not act as if Lorenzo was just this saint. that did completely right by y'all at all cost. It's just that Monet is the easy target because she's there. Lorenzo didn't want to let you go to school and all that other stuff either. So Diana should have felt it was a little bit suspicious when he all of a sudden sent her to school, said, I'll pay tuition, but you got to buy your own books. You got to do your own room and board. You know what I mean? So her and Drew are sitting there bitching and they're like, we got to come up with a plan to take Monet out. Come up with a plan then, y'all. Get into it. So then we get Monet and Kane. They go rob the Westons. Braden's sitting there with his family. Monet and them come on in the house. They are like, we need the money. We don't have no money to be paying nobody back. Because they're talking about how, Lucas done killed himself and, Braden really don't seem to care. And they come in, they took Trace's watch and they're taking artwork off the wall. Braden's father is mad at him and it's like, I told you to stay away from these people. Braden is like, Uncle Lucas done blew up all the family's money and you can't tell me that you didn't suspect a thing. You can't tell me that, but you want to be mad at me when he's the one that really ruined everybody's life. And I'm like, oh, touche. I mean, Braden, you did too. But let's not act like Lucas was just, in the clear. So Davis meets up with Tariq and he basically tells Tariq, you need to get rid of Effie and Lauren. Both of them are a problem. Tariq is like, what? You're not supposed to tell me to do that. Look, Davis is your father's proctor. He's going to always help you get out of a bind, but he's also going to tell you who needs to go and who doesn't. And Effie for sure. But this is Tariq's fault because he kept trusting that bitch. He kept trusting her. Effie has burned Tariq time and time and time again. But whatever. So Tariq is like, I'll figure it out. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll figure it out. So we then see Effie get jumped in jail. And I think that was a message from Monet. But Effie gets jumped in jail. She holds her own. So it ended up being like a good little fair fight. Tariq goes to visit her. Tells her he needs a picture of Noma's daughter. He wants to use that as leverage so that he can really get out the game or, level up and get on Noma's level. Effie was like, I'm not giving you shit till I get out of jail. I'm so sick of Effie. Josefina Morales. I'm so sick of Effie. I've never liked Effie. I didn't like Effie back in Power. I sure don't like Effie now. So Tariq is telling her we're going to get Lauren to flip or Lauren to recant her statement, really. We get her to recant her statement. Then that way, that's how we'll be able to get you out. I'm going to get you out. I just need you to trust me. So Tariq, Kane, and Braden meet up and they talk about how they need to get Lauren to recant her statement because the moment that Lauren recants her statement, then it gives them like another couple days to get Effie out. So they're dealing with, what is it, like 5 days right now. So Tariq is like, look, we can use her parents the same way that Noma threatened us with our family. I know where her parents are because her parents are back in the city. Go get some pictures of her parents so that we can scare Lauren into, rocking with us. Kane's dumbass goes and got the parents bound and gagged and, got a gun to them. And I'm like, what? That's not part of the plan. You were supposed to stand across the street when you see them at the McDonald's and take a couple pictures. But Kane said, I'm going to really get into the thick of it, right? So Tariq talks to Lauren. She agrees to meet him. She always got an attitude. I love Paige, but Lauren's character would take you there. She always has an attitude. She grabs a steak knife. I said, girl, you didn't even want to get the biggest knife in the knife block. You get the little, she might as well got the little paring knife. Why you ain't go for the big one? She gets a little steak knife. So she goes to meet up with Tariq. She is like, I know you fucking lying because Kane and Braden are there. Braden is like, don't turn the knife on me. I tried to save you. She's like, did you? Did you though? Because it's not like you did a whole lot, Braden. Braden did try to save her, but it's not like he didn't go above and beyond to try to save her, basically. So it comes down to Tariq being like, we need you to recant the statement because that's the only way that you can get your life back. You'll get out of WITSEC. They'll basically drop the RICO against us, all this other type of stuff. And she's like, and if I don't, Kane's ass holds up the picture, and Tariq's like, that's not what I told you to do. So at this point, Lauren is like, my fucking parents. Y'all got my parents? So she's like, you know what? Let them go right now. I said, girl, that didn't even sound convincingly. I'm surprised they ain't just killed Lauren then. But basically, they come to an agreement where she is going to, Kane is going to let her parents go. He's like, but I know where they are. My word is bond. So if I say something, that's what it is. Lauren turns to Tariq and was like, so everything that Jenny and Blanca said about you was true then, right? Everything they said about you was true. So then she tells him, this is the last time you will ever lie to me. And I said, Tariq, and now you've lost Lauren, at least for now, because she's probably looking at you like, damn, you really are the monster that they said you are. And I've been really protecting you out here. All the deaths, all the crime, all this other shit. It was all Tariq. The only thing that Tariq did not have a hand in is trying to kill Lauren. For real. He did not, he played no part in that. So we see Tate. Tate's up there accepting the nomination. We found out earlier in the episode that he won the primary, and they say in New York that basically is going to walk you right into Congress. So he's up there accepting the nomination. We know that he proposed to Harper. Again, I said, Lord, y'all ain't been back together but a couple months, but y'all are engaged while he's giving his speech because the person he was running against has conceded. Davis rolls up on him and it's like, so we know it was you that blew the whistle on the Westons. There's a bullet coming for you. And Tate's like, oh, nothing. Nope. You talking to the wrong person. So they have a little back and forth. Davis basically tells him, drop the charges with Effie. Make sure this doesn't blow back on me. In exchange, he's going to donate some money to his campaign. That's all Tate ever wants is money. So Harper overhears this. So, now she's all hot in the chest and pissed. So as she's leaving in a tizzy because she's mad, this lady, the reporter comes up to her and it's like, okay, so let's get an interview with you so we can talk about this like love story that you guys have going. Harper was like, it would be a nightmare. It'd be a breakup story. Nobody wants to hear that. I said, girl, that wasn't the best thing to say right now. Come on. That wasn't the best thing to say. Come on now. So we then see Lauren. Lauren goes to see Effie in jail. She told Jenny earlier that she wants to talk to Effie. And Jenny was like, why? She was like, I'm going to, tell her that Tariq wants to be with me and not with her, and that'll get her mad and all this other stuff. Jenny, dumbass, have you been talking to Tariq? Girl, duh. Why haven't you figured it out? Why haven't you figured it out that that's why Tariq and the Tejadas have been one step ahead of you? Because Lauren has been basically telling him information. No wonder Jenny loses every case. She's fucking stupid. The fact that y'all are like, there should be somebody in that house with her around the clock. Y'all don't see her hopping out the bathroom window or however the hell she's getting out. So Lauren goes to see Effie in jail. Effie still being all indignant. I have a lawyer. I don't need your help. I have it. So Lauren told her, you know what? Y'all are all monsters and evil, and y'all are acting like y'all not, and you're getting exactly what you're getting. And I feel like that was the first time that we saw a bit of remorse. A bit of remorse coming from Effie. Because Effie sat up there in Lauren's face and was like, you grew up with privilege and all this other stuff, and I'm not jealous of you for that, but then you tried to take my world. So, like, basically, you're mad that Lauren was with Tariq. And I don't care what anybody says, Effie felt the way. Effie felt the way that Tariq was dating Lauren and not her. Lauren was never a threat. If we want to be real, we should be mad at Bruchandria, who put the drugs in Lauren's room, which then got her caught. Let's all be mad at Big Bang Bisha. all be mad at Bruchandria. But Lauren was never a threat. She wasn't. Lauren was never a threat. Lauren got herself into this because Lauren should have called her parents the moment she got arrested. You should have called your parents. You could have got a lawyer. You could have said that this wasn't you, and I feel like your parents had enough money to make this shit go away. So, Lauren, a lot of this is your fault as well. But Effie should have never tried to kill that girl. So, next thing we see is Lauren on the stand with the grand jury. Lauren gets up there, completely flips on Jenny, and was like, well, that's what you told me to say. What I remember is I was stressed and having panic attacks about school. My brother has those too. I was thinking about him. I was driving, and then I remember passing out while I was driving my car. When I woke up in the hospital, Jenny was there, and Jenny told me if I ever wanted to see my family again, that I had to say what she said. And you know what, Jenny, that's true though. And that's where Jenny messed up. Jenny spent so long being like so rah-rah with Lauren and not really working with her. Because if you would have at least let her call her parents or see her parents or let her parents know she was alive, this might have went a different way. But Jenny was being such a bitch because Jenny felt like she knew everything. All the stuff that Lauren said you did do. You did do. That's what got me. So Jenny up there looking a fool for the second time in 3 seasons. Completely embarrassed up there. So she's like, you're perjuring yourself. You're perjuring yourself. Jenny, shut up, girl. Go. Let it go. So Jenny comes in the hall. She flustered. They're like, what? And she's like, they got to her. So Lauren flipped. That's basically what it is. Lauren is now free. Effie is now free. Medina is like, we got to shut it down. This is it. We are going to stop this from any further embarrassment. Because they really only have 1 day to charge Effie with something. And they can't get together a full RICO against Effie in 24 hours. So Medina's like, it's a wrap. Rap City says it's over. So Jenny just, Lord, if Jenny wasn't such a bitch, we might feel sorry for her, but oh well. So then we see Effie gets out of jail. Tariq is there to pick her up. She sends him the pictures that are in her phone. And she was like, so what now? And he was like, you're smart. You'll figure it out. Basically on some, I'm not letting you back into the business because I can't trust you, which he can't. He can't. And the fact that Effie looked like upset, shocked, whatever about that, he can't trust you. So she's like, what about everything we have planned, our futures and stuff? He can't trust you, Effie. You have crossed him so many times. Why do you think that he can trust you? So he's like, let me give you a ride back to your dorm. And she was like, nah, I'll walk home and I'll figure it out by myself like I always do. Bye. Bye. So then Brayden and Tariq meet up. And they're talking, and basically Brayden wants out of the business. Brayden is not built for this life. Brayden only liked it when they were having fun and then just selling drugs and doing the shopping part of it so he can stay in all his Gucci and Amiri and all the other designer shit that they're wearing. So he wants out of it, He feels bad that, his uncle is now dead and all this other stuff is happening. And Tariq is kind of mad. They very loud in that coffee shop for one. But Tariq is upset because he needs Brayden. Brayden is all he has. But Brayden said he's done. He leaves out. All right, then. We then see the Tariq and Diana. So they're talking. And Diana want to kill her mom. And she wants to kill Monet. So Diana has this plan where you're going to come, drive by, spray the car, and then I'll just tell Kane and Drew that I had no idea who the driver is, the shooter. Like, I didn't see him. So Tariq wants his lick back, even though his mama said, leave it the fuck alone. He wants his lick back. This is before he saw Tasha. So he feels that Monet set him up because Tommy's mama said that a lady with red hair came and dropped off that letter. So We see Monet and Diana. They're sitting in the car, and Monet is telling her how much she loved her and the way that they raised them as little soldiers. Is a lot of that is Lorenzo's doing, but she didn't really want her kids in the game like that. She was hard on them to protect them, but she also reminds her, a lot of this was your father. You know what I mean? Like, let's not act like he didn't play a part in raising y'all. But Monet apologized and actually looked sincere. Legitimately looked sincere. I couldn't believe it. So Diana had to change her heart and to say, Mom, let's go in the house. I forgot something right quick. As Diana is saying this, Tariq is getting ready to get out. We see another car drive by and spray that car. Monet reaches over Diana and lays on her, and then we see Tariq and he's like, Mom. So Tasha done did a drive-by on this lady's house. I said, oh, Tasha, like that's what you that's what you ran to do? Where'd you get a gun? Like sometimes so much stuff in power really don't make sense, but we roll with it for good storyline, right? So after that happens, we get a scene where they're at the hospital. Monet is in damn critical condition. And Diana is like, she saved me. She sacrificed her life for me. She's your mama. As much as she hates y'all, she ain't gonna let nobody else kill y'all. That's her job to do. So Kane is like, who was it? Diana says, Tariq. So Kane is like, I'm going to kill him. Drew was like, yes, let's do it. And I'm thinking like, what? So then we get this flashback of Drew and Diana's conversation from the day that all hell broke loose in the Tejada house. And they were talking and they were like, we have to take Monet out and basically let's use Tariq. And Diana's like, but that means that Kane is going to kill Tariq. And Drew was like, collateral damage. What gets me is Tariq has helped y'all get out of so much shit because Tariq has the contacts. Tariq has the lawyer. Tariq has the congressman. Tariq had Wall Street. Tariq had all the contacts. Tariq had the white collar side of it. So the fact that y'all are also willing to dispose of him is weird. It's weird. But nonetheless, so then we see how this plan worked. It was really Diana that took the letter to Tommy's mother's house. She had on a red wig, really on some, she gonna say all black people look alike. Or maybe Diana is supposed to look like Monet. So but then Diana tells Drew Tariq wasn't the killer and that another car pulled up. So now Drew knows that they plan got fucked up, but it's still like, let's just go ahead with it, which I think is foul. You knew that it wasn't Tariq, but you still said it. So I wonder what was Diana's motivation for doing that. It wasn't Tariq. Tariq didn't even have to get involved. But I think Diana is still mad that Tariq like don't want to fuck with her like that. I truly didn't understand why, if you knew that it wasn't Tariq, why still say it? But whatever. So we then see Tariq meets up with Tasha. It's amazing how these people are able to meet up with no phones to call each other. Nobody has anybody's phone number, but we all know how to meet up though. So Tariq and Tasha meet up in the park and he tells her like, why did you shoot at Monet? And Tasha was like, that was my body to drop. That was mine. That wasn't yours. So he then tells her he lost all the trust fund money in the Weston thing. Tasha been watching the news, okay? So Tasha knew about the whole Weston Ponzi scheme. And then he kind of fills her in on Noma and Mecca. And Tasha is like, the fuck do you have yourself into? So she kind of tells him that he needs to be careful because your father tried to do this and it really didn't work with trying to get all the power and money. And Tariq is like, that's because he ain't do it right. And Tasha was like, nah, your daddy was a lot of things, but he wasn't stupid. Which is true until it came to Angie. Ghost was always one step ahead. And Tariq is just not there yet because Tariq does not have the money and power and access and a loyal, true blue, bout-it sidekick like Ghost had. Tariq don't have his Tommy. Braden ain't there yet. Not yet. He might be there season 4, but Brayden is not there quite yet. So they come up with this plan that Tariq needs to find out a way that he can get close to Noma, really learn how this shit goes with her, and then once this all blows over, then everybody can live happily ever after. Tasha, girl, you might as well come out. Well, Tasha can really come out of witness protection now because Tommy is no longer a threat to her. Since Tommy's no longer a threat, I wonder if Tasha's going to come out of witness protection, and I wonder if Tasha's going to be in season 4. It would make sense for Tasha. I'm going to get there. It would make sense for Tasha to come back, though. So then we see Lauren and her family leave, and it's like, girl, they said they was going to leave y'all alone. So I don't know if that was the witness protection house they were leaving. Was that their house? Did Lauren leave the state? Is Lauren off the show for good? I don't. I think Lauren's going to come back to Stansfield next season. Or she might enroll in a different school, but I don't feel like that was the end of Lauren. I don't, because like I said, I think that Lauren is Angie. Lauren is going to be Tariq's Angie. A person that's completely out of the game, that is like going to try to bring out the good in him, but that's Lauren's, portion of that. So then we get Tariq. Tariq wants to go meet up with Noma. In his mind, he's going to blackmail her. He's in there getting ready to talk to Noma, but then Drew and Diana and Kane roll up, and then Effie comes up, and then Obi is there, and Tariq is like, the fuck is this? So then Tariq is like, Anya Covington, which is her daughter. And Effie is like, I already warned her about you, and I'm working with Noma so I can, work under her and get all this stuff. So once again, Effie played him. This is why nobody trusts you, Effie. But once again, Effie played him. So then they're getting ready to kill Tariq because everybody don't raise the gun. Brayden come in bussing. Brayden comes in. Y'all hear my little weak attempt at a gun? I'm not about that life. Brayden comes in. Brayden hits Kane twice. So now Kane goes down. It's a big shootout. Everybody's shooting. He slides Tariq a gun. Tariq and Brayden get out. And they go speeding out of there. And Brayden is like, I got your back, my guy. Don't even worry about it. They don't know what they're getting ready to do. But they just started a fucking war. So then the very last scene is Angela's. We find out that the new detective is Angela's nephew. And his mama comes in. Y'all know she been just beside herself with grief since Angela died. Because, she blames James. And she tells her nephew, you got a letter from the house, and it is from Cooper Sachs. They read it, but we don't find out what the letter says. But like I said, y'all, we just saw that last scene. We just saw Tariq and Brayden become Tommy and Ghost. Lauren is their Angie. I don't know who Tariq's Tasha is yet. I feel like it could still be Diana, but I wouldn't trust her. Can't trust Effie. So it might end up being somebody else. And I think Tasha is going to come to the fold to kind of be... Once Tasha gets out of WITSEC, I think Tasha may come back so that she can be the brains behind Tariq's operation. Because Tasha was a big part of the brains with Ghost operation. But we will see what happens. I thought it was a phenomenal... That was a phenomenal finale. It was really good. Next up is Force. Force starts, I think it said like early September. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode down below. Hop in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Thumbs up the video. And I will catch you guys in the next video for something else. Peace.